Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays and welcome back to another episode of Nah. They should have won. Both of these games just should have been a win. So we have two games for you today. One in the Conway and one in the VK72. This game is such a heartbreak. I mean, it's not the best damage in the world, but it's still pretty solid damage. He only really makes one big mistake, and it's something that happens. It's nothing really his fault, but it's something that does happen, and when it does happen, it is just so freaking frustrating. So the Conway, half the team go left, half the team go right. Usually the way with this map. Sometimes players go in the middle. There's no really, I like this map because there's no really right or wrong. Usually most of the team go left now, especially if you've got a team sort of full of heavy tanks. But the enemy team, you can see, they are going on the right side. You've got the 4 tanks up there, so the majority of the tanks are up there. Now the Conway has two really good guns. You either have the DPM gun, or you have the Hesh gun, which does the big alpha. Now he is running the Hesh gun, which is personally my favorite. The more DPM gun, which does the less alpha, is probably the better gun. But I prefer big dirt guns. I like the dirt. I like doing big damage, especially when you have nice Hesh to go with that. So far, he's backing up. His team have literally run away from that corner of the map, and he's just going to sit here. He's playing it very risky. He's sitting there. Didn't realise that there was the house behind. Who put that house there? It wasn't. It's not like it's always been there. But he's trying to focus on what is in front of him, which is good, which is still good. But he does get shot from that WZ. So he's lost half of his hit points before any of his team are dead, and only one tank down on the enemy team. So it's now a 6 versus 6, and he's only got 851 hit points left. 2.4k damage already though, and that's the thing. When you have the Hesh, you're doing big damage. You could do big damage, and you can rack up that damage before you've even sort of realized you've got that much damage. So hasn't really done too much wrong. He's looking to get back with his team. He's going to wait for the Borzik. Can he get a nice HE in the Borzik? Of course he can, and the Camp Panzer does take him out straight after he gets that shot into him. So 3.1k damage. It is now a 5 versus 4. He's backing up, and he's going to try and go for this WZ. Now the best thing with this Hesh, it does have the higher penetration, so you can actually penetrate a lot of tanks frontally, most tanks from the side, and pretty much everything from the rear. So he's now getting rushed from this WZ, and he is now a one-shot. He does get a nice shot there into him, and he does clear him for his first kill. But 4.3k damage, and he's only on 120 hit points left against 3 tanks, and it is now a 3 versus 3. So there's a lot of work to do. Anyone can take him out. He's a one shot to everything, so he now has to play it a little bit safer. And that there was a lovely shot on that Emil, and he just manages to get out of the way before the IS5 can. Is it the IS5? IS6 can get his IS6. Sorry, can get his shot off. So the IS6 not the best player, and that is another HE shot, and that's what I mean about the higher Hesh. You could penetrate pretty much at that angle. You could penetrate everything. Now the IS6 is a one shot. The IS6 is a one shot. He doesn't want to poke out yet because he thinks the IS6 is looking at him, and he doesn't want to take any risks. So he's going to use the speed boost of this thing. Of course, the tank's good as it is, and it's made even better with the mega speed boost, as we call it. So he's going the long way round. He's going to try and find the tank destroyer that is there, the Object 704. He's going to try the blind shot. It's worth a blind shot if you're moving around the map anyway, and that's where you last see him. Why not take a blind shot? So his team are holding. The Tiger 2 is almost dead, and he's now going to try and get some shots from distance, trying to aim at that guy. And now, unfortunately, the Object 704 manages just to drop down before he can take that shot from him. Now, the Object 704, even with, unless he high rolls, like big high rolls, he's going to need 2 shots to clear this guy. And there's only 2 minutes left on the clock. He's on 5.6k damage, so he's already done a good amount of damage. And he's already contributed to his team, but there's still a lot of work to do. And he is going to get that HE shot. No, he's going to go for the AP into the side of that 704. There goes the Tiger. So it is now a 2 versus 3. The Object is coming around. Is he going to go for the IS-6? No, he's going to go for the Object. Can he get the shot off? He just manages to get that shot off for his second kill. And it's now a 2 versus 2. Does he make a mistake here? Now, he could probably just shoot HE at the IS-6 and clear him anywhere, but he goes for the Emil, as that's probably the most dangerous tank. Obviously, it's an auto loader, or auto reloader, shall I say. So even if that guy misses his first shot, then he still has 2 shells to go. Now, the IS-6 has just shot. He's on a reload, so he's going to rush this guy. He's rushing him. Watch this. Wow. The side of the tank, and he bounces. What, so unfortunate. And that actually cost him 7k damage as well. He could have just loaded up the Hesh. He didn't want to risk it. He goes for the AP and he pays the price. Misaka, that was so unfortunate. Nothing really you did wrong there, but just so unfortunate with that bounce. Next up, we have MJ, and he is driving the VK72. Nice shot there. We fast forwarded it a little bit because we didn't want the video to go on for sort of 20 minutes for 2 games almost. And we're actually going to skip the end of this. But in the meantime, we are going to watch the battle. And people don't do this often, and it's a shame. MJ does. He's a great player from NA. The T22, he hasn't got any, he can't pen the T22 from where he is, so he's just shooting HE at it. And so far, 2 shots, but he still managed to do 500 damage. Is he going to get another shot off? Yes, he is. Again, another HE. I think, was that a HE? I don't know, but he done quite a big amount of damage there. So 1200 damage, even though the T22 is, or did he get the other tank? I'm not sure. I've lost count. So he does get a nice, lovely high roll into that T22. Even the T22 is like bullshit, absolute bullshit. So far looking good, looking not too bad. 1 tank down. There goes the second tank. So it's now 5 against 6. But the T22 we know is very low hit points, and now he's going to poke up and try and get these shots off on the Sheridan. I do have to shout out the Sheridan. An amazing game. He plays a fantastic game. Now the T22 was just about to push up. He sees the VK, and then he thinks about life, and then he goes to the right side. But he is now, MJ is going to have the rear of this this E100, and he gets a nice shot into the rear. So 3.3k damage at the moment, and it is a 4 against 6. So still a lot of work to do. You can see there's a tank down there that he's trying to focus. He's looking around the map. His awareness is fantastic, which makes these pro players. Like, they know everything, and they are aware of everything around them, and they pretty much go for the most dangerous target. Now, me personally, probably would have gone for the Camp Panzer there, but you know, he's going to hit whatever tank he can get, and he goes for the ST. Now it's 3 against 5. 3 against 5. There goes the Death Star. So it's now 2 against 5. He's on 4.5k damage. He's still got plenty of hit points left to go, and they are capping. There's a couple of low hit point tanks, which is perfect for him. Now, is he going to go for the ST? He is going to go for the ST. Hopefully he doesn't low roll, or hopefully he doesn't bounce. But of course, he is going to take out the ST for his first kill of the game. And it now is just a 2 versus 3. The Sheridan is on quite a lot of hit points. There is another light tank down there on quite a lot of hit points. and the E100 is about to lose half of his hit points. But the mouse there's not much the mouse can do at this point. He's got 3 tanks all around him, no matter how good his armor is. But what he is doing, he is taking the attention of all 3 tanks whilst MJ can reload his shell. And now he is going to get the shot off. He's going to go for the T92E1, and he does clear him. Great play there. So he's now alive, alone against the Sheridan, who I thought was just going to mess up. What a lovely 500 damage into the Sheridan. Is he going to reload in time? You've got the E100 there as well. He's going to go for the HE, is he? No, he's going to go for the AP. Oh my god. He leaves him on 8 HP. 8. And that, my friends, is going to come back to haunt him. Now, the Sheridan has run away. The E100 is coming. Now, it's basically an E100 versus basically an E100. Same gun, and he gets the nice shot off first. But he does get shot from that Sheridan. And the HE shot from the E100 there. So the Sheridan can actually clear him. He's going to use the HE just to guarantee the kill there. 3 kills, 8.5k damage. Look at this. He gets a bounce. The Sheridan is literally just a splash away. He just needs to splash him. So what I would have done different here, instead of going towards the Sheridan, I would have just backed up and headed towards the cap. But he wants to kill. He thinks he can get him. Oh, what a miss. What a miss. And because of that, he will no longer have time to get back. He's trying to cut the Sheridan off, but of course, he's not going to reload in time. And he gets another bounce from the Sheridan. Now, there is not enough time to cap out now. 1.5 minutes left. 8.5k damage. He's blocked 2.3k damage. 8 HP. How unfortunate is that? And of course, because it's a Sheridan, he's not going to give in easy. The Sheridan actually has a really, really, really good game. And the Sheridan is actually going to go for the draw. I would have probably tried, considering the damage the Sheridan gets, I would have probably tried to go for the win. You're up against a VK. As long as you don't come out in front of the gun, then you should be alright. You should be able to maybe even splash him at HE from distance and then sort of rush in a bit later on. But we are going to actually just skip the rest because it's just him trying to find the Sheridan for nearly 2 minutes. But well played, MJ. 8.5k damage, and the Sheridan, as I say, he does 5.1k damage. Really good games all around. Just so unfortunate, and both of them games should have been a win. But I hope you enjoy them games, guys. Hit the subscribe button. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With